Hi, first graders. It is time for some math. We have been talking all about shapes. Today, I want to talk about the defining features of shapes. Defining has the word define, which would have an E at the end because there's an I sound, define in it. And when you define something, you kind of tell about it, what it means or what it is. When we define a word or we give the definition of a word, we tell what that word means. So defining features and shapes help us identify shapes. When we identify, we tell what kind of shape that it is. Now, a feature is just something about that shape. Some defining features that can help us identify shapes are their vertices or their corners. So maybe I could say a shape has 4 vertices. I could talk about the sides. It has 3 sides. Maybe I could say it has short sides or it has long sides. 3 corners, right? The corners are the vertices I could talk about. And I could talk about parallel lines. Remember we had some shapes that had lines that if they went on forever and ever, they would never touch. Those are parallel lines. Some non-defining features, like stuff about a shape that you might see but won't help someone know what kind of shape that it is, would be saying that it's red or big, small, pretty, purple. That could tell you about a particular shape, but it's not going to help you identify that it is a square or a triangle, because these defining features are things we know about shapes that make them that shape. So if we want to look and remember about some of the shapes we were talking about, like a square. What makes a square a square? Those are its defining features. It has 4 sides and 4 vertices. And the extra special thing about a square is they have those square corners and all the lines, all the sides are the same length. They're the same size. A rectangle has 2 short sides and 2 long sides. It has 4 sides altogether and 4 vertices. Its long sides are the same length as each other and its short sides are the same length as each other. This rectangle is also green, but being green doesn't help me identify that it's a rectangle, that that's the kind of shape it is. We also talked about triangles and circles when we did even more shapes on our super challenging shape hunt. We talked about trapezoids. Remember, those had the 2 sets of lines that are never ever going to touch, and then the 2 sets of lines that would crisscross if they kept going. It has a short one on the top and a long one on the bottom. It has 4 sides and 4 corners. We talked about a half circle or a semicircle, pentagon, rhombus or a diamond, and a heart. And we also talked about hexagons, right? When we were doing our shape activity on Seesaw. Okay, we are going to practice looking at some defining features of shapes. Those are the ones that help us recognize or identify what kind of shape it is. So I have written some shapes on cards, and I'm going to pick one, I'm going to mix them up, and I'm going to tell you guys the defining features, and I want you to shout out what shape you think it is. Let me mix them up really good. Okay, ready? This shape has 3 sides and 3 vertices or corners. Sometimes all the lines on this shape can be the same size. Sometimes they can all be different sides. All the sides can be different sizes. But it always has 3 sides and 3 vertices. Do you know what shape it is? Can you shout it out? Triangle. Now, if I told you this shape is yellow, but I wasn't showing you the card, would you be able to guess? No, because yellow, the color of a shape, is not a defining feature. Good job. Let's keep going. I'm going to pick another one. Ooh, this is a tricky one. This shape has 4 sides and 4 vertices, 4 corners. It has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Do you know what shape it is? A rectangle. 2 long sides and 2 short sides. 4 sides all together and 4 vertices. Were you correct? All right, I have a couple more. This shape has no sides and no vertices. Has no corners. What shape has no corners? Did you guess it? No sides, no vertices. A circle, because it just keeps going. 2 more. Are you guys doing good with these defining features? Okay, this one's a little bit tricky. This shape has 4 sides and 4 vertices, 4 corners. It has 1 short side on the top and 1 tall, long side on the bottom. It has a long side on the bottom and a short side on the top. Its top and bottom sides, if they were lines that went on forever and ever, they would never touch. Its sides on the side of it would crisscross if the lines kept going forever. Do you know what shape this is? Are you ready? A trapezoid. It has parallel lines here. These lines will never ever touch if they keep on going. Has 4 sides and 4 vertices, and the side on the top is short and the side on the bottom is long. Okay, last one. This shape has 4 sides and 4 vertices, or 4 corners. All of its sides are the same length. If we measured them, all its sides are the same size. It has special corners. Do you know what kind of shape this is? Did you guess it? A square. It has those special square corners. All its sides are the same length, the same size, and it has 4 sides and 4 vertices. Great job, first grade. I think you did an awesome job with these defining features. Maybe you could make some cards like this at home and play a game with a friend or a parent or a sibling or somebody at home. Maybe you can say the features and they can guess the shapes, and then you could trade and they could say the features and you could guess the shapes. I'm also going to send you guys a sort on Seesaw to do for defining and non-defining features. And I'll put this chart up on Blooms too. Okay, first grade? Have fun working with shapes.